Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Welcome to my latest reading viewer comments video, or bad grammar. It's more reading viewer comments than bad grammar. There's not too much bad grammar in these comments. And most of the comments are actually positive, but there's a few negative doozies in the comments too that I'm reading. And once again, I just want to mention, if you like watching this channel, you should like watching my other channel, my ASMR channel. And I think later today I'm going to do a video. People have asked me how I started doing YouTube, how I started doing what I do. And it goes way back to the early 90s. And I used to do these newsletters and hand them out to family and friends. And then of course when the internet came along, I had a website, gravetimes.com, and I published some of my humorous stories, or semi-humorous. So stay tuned for that on my ASMR channel. Please subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers there. So on to reading some of your comments. Fiddlestick89. Larry, you really do have a radio voice. You should send a demo tape to your local station one day. Actually, a few years ago, when my comedy CD Redneck Canadian, when I did that CD with Eric Myers, and it's on iTunes, a local radio station heard about it, and so they interviewed me, and I was so nervous, you wouldn't believe it. I was just shaking. But after the interview, see, I'd never make it as a radio announcer. After the interview, the announcer said, hey, would you like to do some like commercials or whatever with me, and your voice and all that, and do whatever characters? And I said, sure. So the first one I sent him had to do with Groundhog Day. But there was a bit of a joke about him, the radio announcer, just, in good fun. I never heard from him again. He didn't have a sense of humor. David, I don't know if it's Jenna or Gina. I think it's Jenna. Hey, Larry. Hey. I was watching one of your videos in bed recently before nodding off, and when it ended, my wife was ticked because she wanted to hear some more of your voice. True story. Ought that not be grounds for divorce? And yes, if you do that again and turn off one of my videos, I think it is grounds for divorce. J2H Animations. These are all positive. I'll get to the negative ones soon. JTH Animations. Larry, you're a comedic genius. I've heard that before. Cheers to a great year. Best wishes for 2017. Thank you very much. Sarah R. I like your deadpan humor. Thank you. Marvel Guy Dav, or Dave, it just says D-A-V. I've loved your channel since 2014. You are part of the reason I started listening to Pink Floyd, which I hated in the past for some reason, and other bands. Before I discovered your channel, I mainly just listened to Queen, The Doors, Nirvana, I always say that wrong, Iron Maiden, and a few more bands then. When I started watching your channel, I became more interested in other bands like Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, which then branched to Deep Purple, Metallica, Slayer, Judas Priest, Rammstein, Grateful Dead, Jimi Hendrix, Three Dog Night, Motorhead, and so many more. So thanks, man. Have a nice Christmas. That is awesome. It's awesome when I talk about different artists and people check them out and become fans. Zach Wallentyne. Thanks for accepting my friend request. This was on Facebook. Thanks for accepting my friend request, Larry. I absolutely love your videos and honestly think you're one of the funniest people I've ever watched. He hasn't watched too many people. I love your dry sense of humor, LOL. A. Lee. Your behavior is idiotic and annoying. Thank you. Try my best. Manathercussus. God, that's the cringiest, most awkward humor. Thank you. Finley, 2013. I appreciate your effort, but I'm curious. Do you have lots of spare time? And I did, I do respond to some of these comments. And what I said to him was, most of the videos I do take me maybe half an hour in total to do. It's not like I'm doing a professional job, as you notice. I screw up in some of my videos. I make mistakes, label things wrong. It's just, I don't have the patience, I guess, to be totally professional like some. But that's just me. And so I work a 40-hour week, and so I have lots of time. I only do usually one video a day, if that. And sometimes, if I am working during the week, I might do 2 or 3 videos, including my ASMR channel, which you should, never mind. And so I might do 2 or 3 videos in one day and then just, upload them throughout the week. So it doesn't really take that much time. But it's something I've always enjoyed doing. I've been doing it for almost 11 years now on YouTube. Brutal music. He must be a fan of Nickelback. I'm not sure if I ever commented something about your videos, and if I didn't, I really like your videos. I've seen your videos for almost a half year, and you're great. Thank you. I don't know if Brandon, I think Brandon could be a man's name or a woman's name. But Brandon Moore, you're so hot. I get that a lot, actually. Well, every couple of years. Pedro Vandelarama Villanueva. Love your videos, Larry. Watch them all the time down here in Guadalajara, Mexico. Hi, Mexico. How are you doing? How's the weather? Thank you. Lilith Lavandula. You bring so much joy to my life when you make videos. Thank you. Thanks so much for being you, Larry. Big smile! Big smile! Big smile! Big smile! I haven't done that in years. I used to do that in all my bad grammar videos. Alan Edwards. Larry, you're so funny. You are the best tonic when I feel down. Keep on with the videos, Alan, a very British fan. Thank you. It must be true that I'm hot because I'm starting to sweat. Now, usually when somebody leaves a negative comment, I might respond. Sometimes I just ignore it. Sometimes, if it's really nasty, I just block them. But for this person, I decided to answer them. And sometimes when I answer these negative comments, they never respond, but this person did. Joe McCowan. Damn, crack is a hell of a drug. And so I responded, I'm so sorry you are a... I'm making myself laugh. I'm so funny. I'm so sorry you are a crackhead. I shall pray for you. See, I'm being positive. And he responded, I was implying you are a crackhead because of the way you are behaving. And then I responded back, sorry, I don't do drugs and I don't insult people online that I really don't know. Plus, he has a few rap videos on his channel. Plus, you have 11 subscribers and I have almost 30. I win. Have a great day. He actually responded. Canadian Studmuffin, it was a joke. I realize now it was a bit rude. Sorry if I offended you. The video was actually quite good. And that's one thing, you know, I've had lots of experience over the years being on YouTube, and most of the comments are positive, but there's always negative ones. And more than once, people will come back later and say, I was just having a bad day, sorry man. It's like, I don't know why, it's just, it's YouTube, I guess. You have to vent with someone, a total stranger. Bam-ger-1. Love your shows, do not change a thing. I guess I'll keep being idiotic and annoying then. And this isn't a comment, but this is a message I received from YouTube, which I haven't received one of these in quite a while, and they are so annoying. I know of a lot of channels get these. And so I'll show you here. Hi, Canadian Studmuffin. A copyright owner using Content ID claims some material in your video. And so they picked up, it says here, includes musical composition for Jethro Tull's album Thick as a Brick. And there is no music from that album in the video. It's just me playing this. It's an old video that's very old. It's over 5 years old. And it's me playing this stupid character, Al Woodstock, and he's talking about the album Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick, which I had on vinyl at the time, and I'm showing it. And the only music is my outro song, Canadian Studmuffin. So I am fighting it. But the thing is, for now, even though it's not making any, it might make a few cents a day or whatever, but what's wrong with that is this company is taking that money until I get it approved that it's actually my video, and that is so wrong. This happens to, I don't know if it's thousands or millions of videos, but just imagine the money these companies are making when they do this, and it's totally wrong. And one final one. Floyd Padden. Hi Larry, good morning from little old England. I found one of your review videos about a month ago via my mobile phone. I'm so sorry. That happens once in a while. Don't sue me. I found myself disagreeing with quite a lot of what you were saying, but couldn't help really liking you. I've watched loads of your videos and I think you're a highly likable bloke. Haven't been called that in a while. You're a likable bloke. Larry, have you thought of doing an all-star band lineup type thing? That would be interesting. My personal all-star lineup would be Mike Padden from Faith No More on vocals. And he sang on a couple of Spark songs. Did you know that? That's right. Neil, I always used to think it was Peart, but I believe it's Peart, right? Neil Peart? I get confused now. Neil Peart. It's Peart, isn't it? Peart. Neil Peart Rush on drums, Les Claypool from Primus on bass, Mike Garson, Bowie's pianist from years and years on piano keyboards, Jimmy Page, and Alex Lifeson on guitars. I would love you to shoot a wee video showing us your ideal dream band. Anyway, just to say thanks for your work on here. It takes the edge off of my depression watching you talk, and maybe you can make many more videos in the future. I doubt that. All the best, Gary. I'm sorry I don't actually have time to do an all-star band, but maybe at some point I will. I'm just joking. I'm being idiotic and annoying. Here we go. Now, I was wondering, could these people be dead? But then again, they wouldn't be able to play their instrument, so I just chose people that are alive. So, and I actually had forgotten what he had put as the drummer there, but I have the very same drummel. Play that back. Drummel, drummel, drummel. I gotta stop doing so many drugs. Well, for me, Neil Peart. on drums. Bass, you might have heard of this person, Paul McCartney. Keyboards, Elton John. Guitars, Donald, now I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. I've never actually heard it spoken that much. Guitars, Donald Buck Harma, is it Harma, or I think it is, Donald Buck Harma Rozier from Blue Oyster Cult, and Jeff Beck as the other guitarist, so 2 guitarists, and on lead vocals, Russell Mael from Sparks. It'd be very original sound. Oh, sorry, I was just reading some of my newsletter that I'm going to be showing on my ASMR channel, which you can subscribe to if you like. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and thank you all for all of your comments. I'm sorry I can't read every positive comment, but it would be a 18-hour long video. Bye.